ETH, we start with 1 hour chart. Okay, first, if we refer to our analysis in my last video, and the price was here, we mentioned we can look for the down move, and this is what we get. All right, I don't know whether anyone sell from here or not. By the way, right now, as we can see, the price broke this low, and if you put it in relative to each other, we see the indicators show us the divergence. All right, and we were expecting the price to drop, and we mentioned we are not sure how deep it can go, and we are thinking if this one can drop a bit more, take the trend line, any reversal we can look for buy. Okay, now the thing is whether this is the only correction in relative 1 2 3 and we have a divergence and this is the one is going to break the top, or we can expect to get one more correction here for one more drop. Okay, now we want to see how we can trade it. First of all, if we want to look for trade setup, if we put our line here, the best thing is if we get any sharp with the breakout of the trend line with the flag or small correction, then from there we look for buy. But how about if we get any trade setup within this range? Still we can look for buy, but as long as we get the any buy within the price come to this trend line, if it is not moving, we should take out the trade. Why? As I say, this one can tend to the as a, for example, as a channel deeper correction to take the trend line before we get the next move. All right, that's mean right now if we get the we see it depends what we get here. All right, whether we get the small correction or the big correction for one more drop, or we can get any sharp move with the flag internally to look for to look for buy within this range. But whether we can get any buy setup within this range based on 1 hour chart, we are not sure. Maybe we get similar to what we have here is a really short term trade. Okay, that's why I mentioned if you want to look for buy for long term, the best is if we get any breakout of the trend line. Anyway, if we got any buy within this, then based on 1 hour or lower time frame, we consider as a short term, and we should know if there is a no breakout, we should take out the trade, because right now we're looking at this, whether this is the only move or we can expect to be within this channel. Okay, but as we can see right now, we have a divergence. Okay, in this case, we move to forward chart. All right, as we can see, every time the last time when the price broke, we can get this shadow, the price reverse. We want to see whether we can get one more or not. And still we're looking at this in relative to this. That means still we can expect this one can be a deeper, can turn to a deeper correction before we get for next move. Because if the correction is turn to deeper, a longer time we will be there, the next move we can expect to be more sharp. All right, and if I move to 15 minutes, we have nothings. All right, and can it turn to a small correction for one move up similar to what we have here? If anyone is looking for the short-term trade, they can try. Anyway, we don't have any, as we can see, the price broke the low, and now we want to see whether we can get any trade set up for buy or not. But right now we don't have anything, and still we're looking at this one to be more complex. And the best things to look for my wait for the breakout. Okay, as I explained. Anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any trade setup that can confirm for the next move, I will share. Thanks.